The Whispering House. Claire had always been curious about the old house on the hill. It had been abandoned for as long as anyone could remember, its windows dark and its roof sagging. There were rumors, of course. People said it was haunted, that strange noises echoed from within at night, and that anyone who ventured too close would hear whispers in the wind, soft, unintelligible voices urging them to enter. One autumn evening, as the sun dipped behind the horizon, Claire couldn't resist any longer. She'd heard the story since childhood, but now, with her friends gone and the town quiet, she felt a pull she couldn't explain. She grabbed her flashlight and set off toward the house. The path was overgrown, the grass thick and wild, but she pushed through, her boots crunching on the fallen leaves. As she drew closer to the house, she felt the air grow heavier, colder. The door, cracked open just enough to reveal a sliver of darkness beyond, beckoned her like an old friend. "Just a quick look," she whispered to herself. "It's all just stories." She stepped inside. The floor creaked underfoot, the air thick with dust. The dim beam of her flashlight flickered across peeling wallpaper and broken furniture. She walked through the silent rooms, her breath growing shallow as the weight of the house pressed in on her. Every creak, every gust of wind outside sounded like a whisper, but she couldn't make out the words. Then, in the quiet, she heard something different, a soft rustling, like paper. Claire turned, her pulse quickening. The sound came from upstairs. She hesitated, but then moved toward the stairs, her heart thudding in her chest. The further she ascended, the colder it became. The whispers, faint at first, began to grow louder, swirling around her like an invisible crowd, murmuring words she couldn't understand. At the top of the stairs, the door to a room stood ajar. She pushed it open with trembling hands. Inside, the walls were lined with old portraits, each face worn and faded, their eyes strangely alive. But it was the figure in the corner of the room that made her freeze. A woman stood by the window, her back to Claire, her long hair flowing like black ink. She was whispering, her lips moving with a rhythm that made the room feel alive. Claire wanted to call out, but the words caught in her throat. "Who are you?" Claire managed to whisper. The woman slowly turned. Her face was pale, her eyes hollow, as if something had been drained from her long ago. She smiled, a slow, deliberate curl of the lips. "I've been waiting," she said, her voice barely a breath. "Waiting for you." Claire took a step back, but her legs wouldn't obey.